Hey, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jenny.
And you're listening to the Super
Wonderful Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Super Wonderful Podcast. This is Jenny. How are you?
Hi. I'm
this
good.
Is Michelle. I just feel like we haven't said our names in a while.
I haven't said my name in so long.
What's my name? What's my name again? What's my age again? That is my problem. Every time I tell somebody my age, two problems. One, I'm 41. I say I'm 40. I don't know why I can't say 41. And then the second one is I pause once I've said my pretend age, which is 40. I pause for a shocked reaction that never comes.
Yeah, and see,
I'm 40, and then I'm waiting for them to go, what? Wow. But they're just like, uh-huh.
Yeah, great.
Carry on.
And I do that thing that pisses everyone in our friends group off, and I'm the year of life that I'm in.
Yeah.
This is my 42nd year on the planet, so I'm 42.
No, you're not.
I'll be 42 in December.
Yeah.
So I just tell people, yeah, I'm 42. And I think that I've always done that just so that I remind myself that it doesn't matter.
It does not matter. No. Unless you're trying to, be old enough to vote or rent a car or run for a political office that has an age limit.
Yeah. This started for me around 25.
Really? Going up?
Going up. Yeah.
Nice.
Because before then, you start going up and people are like, okay, so you're going to rent the car. But the year you're turning 26, that stops being as much of a problem, So 25 was the last whole year that I said, oh, I'm 25. And I said, I'm my age. But once I was 26, I didn't care. I'm like, all of the things are done. I can do all the things now. Yeah.
Yeah. We're good.
And it's not like we ever rented a car anyways. We always took my beat up Ford Explorer everywhere.
We did. We used to have some Ladies of Lala videos of you living out of the car.
Living in it. Me and Genevieve being roommates in my car.
Yes.
And telling people why it's so great.
It's so great. So you and I were in, would we have called it a sketch group? Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah. Called
Comedy
Ladies
Troupe.
of Lala. Comedy Troupe. Yeah. Are any of those videos still out there?
I don't know, because of course
there was a falling out situation.
Yeah, there. Of course I decided to profess my undying love to one of the girls in our troupe.
Got to stop doing that.
No, and she did not feel the same way about me, because the times that we had hooked up were just her having fun. I was like, I actually like you. And she's like,
I'm falling in love with you.
No. And Genevieve sat through that horrible conversation. She's sitting there and I just start crying. I'm like, I'm sorry, I just really misread this. I didn't know that you weren't feeling anything for me and that you actually have disdain for me.
Whoa, wait, disdain is pretty harsh.
Oh, yeah. She had this whole narrative that, so she heard me crying in the bathroom to my mom because I was missing my cousin Sarah's wedding. I was just like, I don't have the money and I have to pay my rent and I can't come home. Yeah. I just can't do it. And I love her, but I just can't make it. And it's going to kill me to not be at this wedding. And she slammed on the door and said, could you just shut the fuck up? And I'm like, what? What is happening?
Whoa.
She said, you are obsessed with my sister and my sister's wedding. And I go, I am. Sissy is my cousin. You're hearing Sissy? It's not your Sissy. It's my cousin Sissy.
So weird.
And she said, now you're trying to lie and it's weird. You've just been obsessed with her relationship. And I'm like, I really haven't. And I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I'm having a private conversation with my mother. But, and that's where I first was like, she really doesn't like me. Something's going on here. And, yeah, I mean, I think that I had romanticized female relationships to not have problems and to be able to just understand each other. But the same problems happen with gay relationships that happen with hetero relationships. Yeah. The same things happen.
Can I tell you
miscommunication. Yeah.
100%. A quote that a comment that I read on a video that made me laugh so hard and felt so true. So, you know when you have a crush on somebody, that feeling? They said, "A crush is just a lack of information."
Yes.
I was like, "Yes." Like you said, you romanticize,
Yeah.
this person's gonna act like this and be like this, and we'll somehow be this wonderful couple, and they'll always anticipate what I want, and I'm always gonna be able to, like, read their mind." And then you were like, "Oh, I met you, and never mind."
Never fucking mind.
Just a
Yeah, because
lack of information. I didn't realize that you farted in bed all night long, like,
yeah,
okay, well,
you're
I
just
don't
as
have a
gross
crush
as
on you
anybody
anymore.
else. Yeah. Yeah, I had just romanticized the thought of her because I had known her for so many years through doing background on, like, hot girl calls,
Oh, yes.
and she was always the hot girl who would get down and play football in her dress, like, she didn't care, like, she would get dirty, like, she'd be like come up to me like, "Hey, I'm gonna go smoke weed in the porta potty, do you wanna come?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, this hot girl wants me to go smoke in a porta potty with her, yes." And then we would go and talk about being bisexual. And, then it got to the point where we started making out, and we had a lot of really good sexual chemistry, and then we started having, like, 3 ways, and I thought, "We're on a roll, we're going somewhere," and then I found out, like, no, that was just me smoking weed and having fun, like, I don't feel that way about you. I'm like, "Oh,
That's
well."
that's a bummer. Like, that
Yeah.
hurts.
Yeah, I mean, I had so much rejection from women that it was insane, and it was hard because the women who I didn't feel that for, it made it even harder to be honest with them about that. Like, there was one girl who, you know, I was what they would call like, I went after lipstick lesbians, like, really feminine, beautiful women, like,
Mhm.
my kryptonite. And this girl who was, like, super mask was super into me. Everything went really, really well in the beginning, and then she started trying to U-Haul it as lesbians do, and I just kind of, like, faded out because I'm
Got
like,
it.
I just, like, I wanna have a princess.
You like what you like.
Yeah, and it's weird because my first, like, dang, was, like, Shane from L Word,
Mm.
and Shane was like a mask, like a skinny Twinkie mask lesbian, and but she was really dominating and very confident, and so, like, I thought because of that, "Oh, I can get into this because this girl was like
Okay.
that," and I'm like, "No, it's just not the same for me." I had to, like, play it out to get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But, like, most of the girls I've dated have been just very pretty.
See, and I think masculine presenting women are very sexy because I think men are sexy.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
I'm like,
If you're attracted to men, yeah.
hey, you kinda look like a boy.
Yeah.
I'm into that."
And when me and John were dating, it was funny because we would call each other lesbians, like, we were in a lesbian relationship
Yeah.
because John was a girl too. He was a lesbian too. He
Oh
had,
my
like,
gosh.
longer, prettier hair than me and prettier legs than me.
Oh,
We
that's
dressed up
nice.
as that cat emoji, like, the black leotard
Yes.
emoji for
Yes, yes,
Halloween.
yes.
Everywhere we went, people were like, "Oh my god, girl, your legs are killing it," and he would turn around and they'd be like, "Oh,
Oh,
look, your legs are killing it." You know, like, "You're doing great." We went to the Cha-Cha Lounge in
oh my
Silver Lake,
gosh.
and everybody went nuts. But, yeah, he's a lesbian too. Like, that was another one of my lesbian relationships.
I love it. I was having a conversation. I have a couple of other friends who are bisexual, and I was saying or they were saying, I I was like, "I feel like I could be in a relationship with a woman, except I don't want to have sex with them." And they were like, "Oh." And then, like, one of my friends, she's like, "I love having sex with women, but, like, I wouldn't want to, like, curl up on the couch and live with them." I was like, "See, and I would." So we are like
Yeah.
2 halves of that.
Yeah, it's weird, because it's funny because I was talking because, my stepdaughter, who's my daughter, Grace, she's bisexual too, and we were kinda talking about it, and, like, she is so, like, I the magnetic for people, and,
Mm.
everyone falls in love with her, everyone thinks she's their wife.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, I didn't have that. Like, everyone thought I was their fun face.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, everyone
We're
wants
just
to
playing
marry
with you.
her.
We're just
Yeah,
having fun.
yeah.
And
And
I
with
will
me, it
not
was always purely sexual.
yeah.
They're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna introduce my parents to you. Are you crazy?"
You're just my fun college
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
out phase.
yeah. So that's two ends of the spectrum, and that's also a thing, like what we talked about last episode about masculinity and femininity and how I feel very masculine. I feel like with women, I always got friend zoned eventually. It
Mm,
took them time sometimes, but I always eventually got friend zoned. Um, like, I was in love with Amy Chadwick,
yes.
in love with her. I thought, "This is it." Like, if I can just be happy with someone forever, it's gonna be Amy. Like, I feel magical around her. We have the most fun. We laugh about everything. We can cry together. Like, great kisser, really magnetic personality. And it's like, she did not feel the same way. Did not feel the same way about me. So that's kind of just the theme that happened to me with women. So that's the other reason why I'm saying I doubled down on I'm more masculine
Mm.
because like hot girls friend zone me. And I think that hot girls love doing that to men.
And you're a man,
And
kind
I'm a
of, so
man.
why not?
Friends on
Why
that
not?
bitch.
You're on a show right now.
Yes, I
What do
am. Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
tell everybody?
So, what better way to work out your religious trauma than to be in a religious comedy?
I love it.
So, I'm in a musical called Nonsense, and I know last year when through our community theater, I did 9 to 5 and played Dorley Rhodes, the Dolly Parton part from the show.
Was that, like, just a dream come true?
It was incredible, and
Yeah.
I couldn't even believe the reviews. It was so nice. Everyone was so cool. Chandler, Chris, um, a bunch of people flew in. My mom, my sister, her whole family, like, they all flew in to see me do it, and
Oh my
it
gosh.
was actually magical. I really loved it so much, and then one night, one of Dolly Parton's friends was in the audience who used to be her neighbor. She's, "Oh my god, Dolly would have loved this. You were so adorable." And I was like
Oh my
she said,
gosh.
"Your love for her really comes through." And I'm like, "Yes, girl, I
And
love
you
her
love her.
so much. I
You
love
love
her
her
s"
so
I
much.
was like, "Girl, I got her signature on my arm, like, I love her." Um, but anyways, yeah, so now I'm in this show, and after I did that show, though, because of how much work it is and it is volunteer, and it's 6 shows a week or a month, 5
Whoa.
weeks. They're 5-week runs
Whoa.
usually, yeah. I just was like, it's just a lot. And before that, you're doing, like, a couple months of rehearsals, and it's me learning how to sing a different way than I sing.
Mhm.
So it was a lot. And I said I'll never do it again, and then here I am doing it again.
Back for more. And where is this? Where do you perform?
Venice Theater,
So if
and
anybody's in Venice, Florida,
yeah,
when
the
what are your
Sarasota
dates?
area. It's September 13th through October 6th we close. October 6th we close. But it's the 2nd largest community theater in the country.
Huge.
Yeah, so
Literally.
yeah, so we bring in a lot of numbers, and we get the most volunteer hours of any community other than there's one that beats us. But we're a lot of community outreach.
Awesome. Where can people get more information?
Venice Theater, yeah, the
Dot
website,
com.
venicetheater.com, yeah.
Social
Um,
medias, things like that.
yeah, it's in Venice, Florida,
Google
so,
it.
yeah, Venice Theater in Venice, Florida. It's on the island. We have, like, a little island here, and that's where we take the little bridge over, and, we go over the intercoastal, and that's where, like, our arts district is. It's really, really cute, and a lot of people who performed on Broadway, who worked in New York, retire here. So I'm on stage with people who just have monster resumes. So it's
That's
really cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it is like a huge adjustment for me because they have such a different approach than, the LA comedy scene. It's just such a different approach.
Now, walk us through. I know a little bit, but it's everywhere's different too. Florida's going to be different than St. Louis, Missouri. Um, from performing on comedy stages like Laugh Factory, improv, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and then going and performing on a stage here, how is it different in those communities for you?
You know, one big thing that I will say is I don't have to win anybody over. They're
Oh,
already
that's
on your
nice.
side. They're already on your side. They want you to do well. So,
Well,
like,
that's great.
going out like, going out on stage in LA, it was a lot of winning people over. It was a
That
lot,
was
"Okay, how do I
half the
get them on my
battle.
side?" Yeah, yeah. "How do I make them comfortable and on my side?" But as soon as the first time I entered the stage with the Dolly Parton wig on and the dress and the heels, I was standing backstage and I thought, "Okay, here we go. Like, you're open. You're just gonna do the best you can and have the most fun you can have." And so I go out and it's like the intro is, the working 9 to 5, that intro.
Mhm.
So I come in and I do my little part. When the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. And everybody was, like smiling and happy to
Oh,
see me. And I was like, oh, like I haven't even hardly done a thing yet. I just came in a wig and sang like a couple lines and everybody's happy and cheering for me. This is just cute.
yeah.
So it made me comfortable for the whole run because of how well they received me immediately. Like, it's not bitter people in the audience who are trying to get somewhere. It's
Mm,
literally people who
mhm,
came
mhm.
out to be entertained. That's it. They just wanted to have fun tonight. So I think performing in LA is they wanna be doing what you're doing, and
I
they're
could have done
checking
that
it out.
better.
Yeah,
That wasn't very
she
good.
didn't do that.
She's in yeah,
Mhm.
that's not the way I would have done it.
No. Yeah. So there's just and if they're coming in because they are successful, it's like, "Oh, people are so lucky I'm here." Or they have a project that I might think about talking to her after the show. Maybe I'll give her my business.
Right, right, right.
Let's see if she how she does it later in the set. Like, there's all these intentions.
And I will say, like, as a performer, sometimes it's worse if you know there's, like, a scout in the audience or, like, a producer or whatever, because then it is in your head, like, you're still gonna do the same show, you're still gonna whatever, but there's that little bit of, "But I hope they like what they're seeing, I hope that this" I don't know,
Yeah.
it messes with you.
There's a pressure to it that's
Mm.
hard to explain. Like, I do know, like, when I was at Groundlings, right? I was in Heather Morgan, who is an Emmy-winning writer, incredible. She was one of the only women on the Dana Carvey writing staff. I think she was the only woman
Oh,
on the
wow.
Dana Carvey writing staff for his show and did all these sketches. I remember a sketch she did where the legs walking around. Like, she was just, like, to me, like, I was like, "Gosh, this lady is so freaking cool." I was so excited to be learning how to write by Heather Morgan. And for our final show, we did a monologue that we had written, and we got to go out and perform it. And I remember coming out because she wrote The Comeback. That's what she won her Emmy for. So who's on the front row? It's Lisa Kudrow. So I'm like, "Oh, no fucking pressure," So I performed with Lisa Kudrow like 6 feet from my face, and she laughed and she had good comments, about our class and about everybody's performance, and she was so gracious and wonderful. She's been in our shoes, she's Groundlings alumni, and I was just like, "How in the hell am I ever gonna top this? Like, this is such, like, a cool moment," you know? And, there were these things like that in LA that were good about performing there. Like, that made me very scared, but I got to do it, and I got to leave and
Yeah.
say I did it. We opened for Drew Carey one time,
Yeah.
we got to do that. We got to open for Drew Carey and say we did that. We were on the bill with some huge, heavy-hitting talent,
Yeah.
and no one can take that away from us because we were brave enough to do it. It's done now,
Amen.
you know?
Amen.
So I think that having those things behind me makes the performance is easier, but the preparation is not easier.
Yeah.
The preparation is not easy at all for
Yeah.
this because I feel
No.
fish out of water right now because
because
it's
you're
musicals.
tap dancing now too, and
Yeah,
did you ever take a tap dance class?
never once.
Never. Never? Not even when you were a kid? Now, somebody
Never.
asked me this about you, and I did not have an answer. Did you ever do beauty competitions as a child?
I did. I won a
Did. Of
couple, and then I won,
course.
uh, uh, it was like this, like how Kmart had like a photo booth back in the day, and you'd go to the well, they entered their photos from the year, and one girl got picked to be like the one of the year, and I was their pick of the year. Like I
Holy
was,
cow.
so I went in and got to like do like a whole photo shoot thing. So like I did a couple things like that because my aunt Phyllis and my grandmother, my mama Wanda, they would take me to do those things. My mom's like, "If you wanna take her to do it, she'll go with
She'll
you,
go.
but I'm not doing it," So they would doll me up and I would do those things, and then I was a finalist for Miss Preteen USA for
Holy
Tennessee.
cow.
I was one of the finalists for Miss Tennessee for Preteen USA.
Hey.
But I remember, I was shaking like a leaf for my talent, and I know that's what, like, really hurt me,
What was your
is
talent?
I sang, but I had like, up until LA is where I worked that out. I had
Mm.
horrible stage fright my whole life.
You never would be able to tell. I feel
Oh
like
my gosh.
now.
Oh my gosh, a horrible stage fright. Like, I would go out just shaking, and
Wow.
everybody's so uncomfortable when somebody's like that, you know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, I want her to do a good job," but will she just calm down?
Yes, yes. Oh, wow.
That was me, just scared to death, and it started in church. Like, my mom was such a strong singer in church, and then she'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna sing a song with my girls," and I would just never feel confident enough because, like, her and her sisters and her mom, they just would bring the house down. Like, they could all play instruments, and they were all
Mhm.
amazing, they knew how to harmonize, like, and I just felt silly to get up and try to
Mm,
sing
sure.
after them. And then in high school, I never booked big roles. Like, I never booked big solos. Like, on audition days, like, Miss Patelke, who is my vocal teacher and was Kenny Chesney's vocal teacher, for those,
Whoop,
who
whoop.
are in the know. She was one of his music teachers when he was a kid because he's from the same region of the country as me. He grew up, I think, like, 6 miles from me. But, I remember I would just as soon as I would go to sing the solo, I would just break. I'd be so scared.
Mhm.
So this is really like this is also helping me to kind of like look back at that time in my life because I'm singing things that are out of my range technically, and I'm having to like learn how to navigate that
Yes.
and when to save my voice and when to push.
Mm. Yeah.
'Cause 6 shows a week is no freaking joke, and by the end of the
Jeez.
run, you're out of steam.
Do you go
Uh,
on vocal rest during the week?
yeah,
Yeah.
I try to, but it's so funny because Casper will go I'll be singing a weird song to my dog, and Casper will go, "Vocal rest." I'm like, "Dang it, I'm so bad at vocal rest."
Yeah.
It's "I gotta tell Jolene she's a good little puppy queen, doody 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 doo." Like, I have to tell her she's a
She
queen
needs
every
to
day.
know.
She has to hear it.
Oh my gosh. I remember watching an interview with Celine Dion from, God, probably the 90s, and she would, especially the day of a show, she knew she had to do that night, she would be on vocal rest all day, and she had a little dry erase board. She's like, "And the hardest part is when I think something's funny, because I have to be like, 'Ha, ha, 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 ha,'" like, act like she's laughing, but try really hard not to laugh.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Is it really funny then?"
Yeah. It's like when we're all texting LOL, like, that is
Yeah.
hilarious. Oh my gosh. So
You did the improv troupe, right? Didn't you join an improv troupe?
so there is, uh, an improv company called Comedy Sports, and we are worldwide. And there was one in LA. There might even be more than one around there. And the hook is it's family friendly comedy, which after coming from LA and we were be bluer, be racier. Here's Playboy Radio, be sexy. Here's the stage, like dress up like a whore and tell a joke about a penis. And now it's like children will be there. And you get penalized if you do a blue joke or anything's inappropriate. Like, they can I mean, they do it in good humor, but, like, in LA, they would have it you had to put a brown paper bag over your head for,
Oh
like,
my
the rest of I don't
god.
think it was the rest of the whole show, but it was for, like, the rest like, a whole sketch or something, another game. Or they would send you out of the room, like, they really try to make it as inclusive as possible.
So with that, like, I would never survive in that environment, like, where you can't use profanity. And even now in my show, there's, like, a little bit of improv in nonsense where you do crowd work, and they play bingo at the top of the show, and
Oh, fun.
I'm out as a nun talking to everybody. And I told him, I said, "I think I'm gonna let some other girls really take the lead on a lot of this because, I have a horrible mouth." Like, just for example, we were doing an outreach program at the library yesterday dressed as nuns promoting the show, and my reverend mother, who's a friend of mine who was in 9 to 5 with me, Janie, she says, "Oh, hello, everyone. I'm so sorry. Is there a way we can turn the background noise down? There's background music playing, and it'll make me lose my concentration." And they said, "Oh, yeah, sure." And so they turned it down, and I said, "We like to call background noise Satan."
I love that.
And she goes, "Did you just say that out of nowhere?" And I go, "Oh, you know me." And she goes, "Okay, we're moving right along." And I thought,
Oh.
is that not a thing that Catholics do? They don't like Satan? Is Satan something you like?
No, I thought that was a perfectly appropriate joke.
Yeah.
It's not like you said, "We call things we don't like to listen to women."
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like, oh, because 'cause I've done that. I like, as a woman, like,
Like
making jokes,
jokey
joking about,
misogyny.
like, misogyny, and
Yeah.
guess what? It does not go over
Doesn't hit.
great.
It did in LA though.
It did,
I think it was such an
sometimes.
apparent theme there of and there's a lot of feminism out there.
Yeah.
So, like, people kinda get it a little there. I think here they are a little under the thumb of it. So, it's kind of like, my
Oh, are you
husband's
being
fucking right
serious?
there.
Yeah.
My husband's 5 inches from me, you bitch. Don't put me in this position.
Well, not only, are the show's different and the way that we approach the show's different, but I think co our brains formed in LA. You know, if we're there from I was 19. Were you 19 or 18?
19.
So we were 19 and your uh frontal lobe is not fully developed until you're what, 25?
25, 26.
So we're going from 19
As an
to
autistic girl, sometimes it's a little delayed.
oh,
Yeah, it's
interesting.
like further it takes a little longer sometimes when you're
Right.
neurodivergent, but anyways.
And then we left early 30s, mid 30s, mid.
I
What?
left late 30s.
Okay. I left at 33. I think I was about to turn 34.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I was 30 I was 36 turning I either had just turned 36 or just turned 37.
again, it does like after a certain age, like who cares? 30
Yeah,
something. We don't
yeah.
care.
I was
Uh,
above 35. So
yeah.
35 is when you expire in LA, and so I had to leave.
So
That's what
they
they
made you
do.
leave. They said get out.
You can't stay here if you're
Yeah, they
above
packed
30.
your bags and sent you on your way.
Yeah.
So I think going from that brain and that scrutiny and that level of judgment at all times. It didn't matter if you worked I also worked at a college. I was a French tutor and a student, and I you just got it all the time, especially, like, young kids, right? 19-year-olds are, like, very much on, like, "This is what's popular, this is what's cool, and you're 30, and why are you at a school?" And then you come I went to Florida too. We both went to Florida at first.
Yeah,
You're
how
still in
random.
Florida.
Yeah,
I'm
and
back in
I
St.
moved here,
Louis.
and you said, "By the way, I'm moving
I'm
out."
moving. I just keep trying to outrun you.
Yeah, I'm like, "I'm coming.
Just gotta get me, guys.
I
Uh,
find you."
and and I I auditioned a ton in Orlando. I felt like I auditioned way more, and I booked some pretty cool things. I got a national commercial in Orlando, things like that, but it's different. And my judgmental brain, which pretty much is only ever reflected back onto myself, but, like, it was rampant when I moved to Florida, and I was like, "That woman's going out in this clothing, but why? And this guy is doing this thing, and the people all look like I feel like I short-circuited, did you?"
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And, like, for example, like, I'm at rehearsal for the show, and I am talking about how much weight I've gained. And somebody else was saying, "Oh, yeah, I used to be this weight." And then another girl said, "That's the weight I am now." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm so used to being 100 and in the 120s, like the upper 120s, that it has been an adjustment for me because I'm 150 pounds now." And she's like, "I would love to be 150 pounds." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And I mean, I'll be honest, like, what I would think 150 pounds would look like isn't what I look like.
Mm,
Like,
uh-huh.
you can still see my abs, my butt's
You
just gotten
can. You
bigger.
just posted a photo on like, your stomach looked great.
Well, thank you, but everything this is what happened. Everything just went, "Okay,"
Wider. Yeah,
just went out a little.
same.
And it's not that big of a fucking deal, like, yes, my waist was 26.5 in LA, and I had to keep it there, and if I hit 27, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I gotta get under the
Yeah.
27 mark." And I always kept, like, a 26.5-inch waist, or I felt like I was failing.
Mhm.
I'm like, "I can't put on the Wonder Woman outfit and have, like, a 27 or 28-inch waist. That's insane. That's
Especially
an
with
insane thing to think."
all day, people if you're on the boulevard or if you have a convention coming up, when they take photos, where are they putting their hands? Around your waist. So that has to be snatched.
Yeah.
That's gotta be in and corseted and tight or they're gonna, "Oh, Wonder Woman's
"What's
been
this?"
snacking.
Yeah.
Supergirl looks like she had super size me portions." I just came up
Yeah.
with that
I
insult to
I
myself.
love insulting myself. I
I
get
love
so
it. That's how I
creative.
I won't go to the gym unless I'm just yelling at myself, "You fat
It's like,
idiot." No,
"Oh,
I don't do that.
Michelle, what's your creative outlet in Missouri?" "Oh, I just insult myself in
I
creative
just
ways."
say really mean things to myself in front of the mirror. It doesn't work for everybody, and it
No,
definitely doesn't work for
doesn't
me.
work for me either. Yeah. Well, I mean, so here's where and every time I even start to talk, like when I just said, "Oh, I weigh 150 pounds," I thought, "You
Yeah.
should have lied.
Right?
Why are you saying the real number?
Don't say the real number.
Don't say the real number, because people will just believe me if I say 140.
Oh,
Why'd you
yeah.
say 150?" But I'm trying to, like, normalize saying the real number.
Mm.
I'm 150 pounds, and that's okay, and my waist is a 29-inch waist now. That's, like, almost 3 inches up than what I like to be, but it all still is fine.
Yeah.
I'm still in hourglass shape, like, I still if you still do my measurements, they're still desirable measurements,
Oh, 100%.
but,
I
like,
can hear my
because
children. I'm saying, "Can
okay.
you play in the basement?"
Yeah, take the kids to the basement.
Take the kids to the basement. It's a fun basement. It's not a scary basement filled with
It's not like
spiders.
Weapons. I don't know why I just referenced Weapons. You do not watch horror movies.
I don't. Was that a horror movie reference? I was like, "Oh, or do we camp?"
Yeah. Weapons is a horror movie, and
Oh, I thought you meant like literal well, okay, tell me, just tell me.
I can't because that's gonna give away something anyways. That's a spoiler, and I'm
Okay.
horrible. But it's been out for a minute, so if people haven't seen it yet, like yeah, look, here's the deal though, you have to actually go to the theater to see it right now.
Oh,
So, like, not everybody goes to the theater.
the theater.
The
Sorry.
theater.
Let's continue. Yeah, no, you should say your real weight, and you should say your real
Yeah,
age, and I hate that when oh, who is it? Joan Rivers, God bless her soul. She was on the Graham Norton show, and somebody said, like, "How old are you?" She's like, like she goes, I hate that. I hate when people, like, just say your age." Like, "I'm 78 years young." Like, "No, you're not. No, you're not." That's like, saying to somebody who's overweight, "I'm 350 pounds skinny."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, only in the delivery that she has. But it's like, just knock it off.
Yeah, who
Just say
cares?
what you are. She's like, "My" I'm not gonna name names, Goldie Hawn. She's like, "But she's a good friend of mine," and she's like, "Would you believe that I have an adult daughter?" She's like, "Yes, I
Yeah,
would believe that. That is a
you do.
believable thing." I think we just get so hung up like I said, I don't remember if it was this podcast or another one, when I pause, "I'm 40." Pause for disbelieving comments. They're not coming. People are just like, "Yes, carry on.
Yeah, and
Carry
then
on."
what?
Actually, I'll put this out there if anybody wants to answer this. I was at Barnes& and Noble yesterday, and I went up to the lady who was working the information desk, and I said, "So, I'm looking for recommendations. I don't know if you will have any, but here it is. I'm a 40-year-old woman." Nothing happened, and then I carried on and said, "I'm looking for a book." Like, I don't read a lot of romance books, I read a lot of self-help, and I read a lot of memoirs.
Same.
Those are my favorite, but then every once in a while, I want something that's just a little fluffy popcorn. So I was like, "Do you have a book where the romantic lady is not a 19-year-old post-apocalyptic, impossibly skinny lady who's like, 'I can't read, but I can fight these deer in my backyard, and also you've given me a ball gown. Thank you. I hope it fits my very skinny frame.'" I was
Yeah.
like, "I want a woman who has, like, all of her brain is developed and, like, a job and a bank account, and then, like, has sex like a woman." Not with, like, a tiger at nighttime, and then when the sun comes out, he's a hot guy. I don't know these books. So if anybody has a book, we're like, "Hi, my name's Debra, and I have a checking account,
Did you watch, is it
and
Baby
I
Girl
wanna
with
get
Nicole
boned."
Kidman?
No, but I heard she gets finger banged, what, like, a lot in one scene?
You just have to watch it.
They just have to watch it.
It's me and Gina watched it together, and I couldn't. It was so good. It's so good.
Was it Baby Girl
Yeah. And,
or it's streaming?
wait, I Gina told me to watch it, and I watched it with Grace and her boyfriend, and I couldn't stop laughing that I was watching this with Grace and her boyfriend. And at the end of it, he said, "What kind of movie is that?" "It's just Nicole Kidman wanted to get fucked and treated like a dog."
Oh, no! Wait, why? Why a dog?
Just you have to watch it.
Okay,
It's so good.
I'll
It's
report
so good.
back.
Yes, please. I need more people to know about this film.
I've heard of it,
Yeah,
but now I have to watch it. I'm
I
so
need to be
bad
able
at
to talk about
watching.
it with you.
Okay, everybody, this is your homework. Go watch Baby Girl,
Yeah,
and then we're gonna
so
come
we can
back,
discuss.
and we're gonna
Yeah,
talk
we're
about
gonna
it.
have an episode about Baby Girl
Oh my
and
god.
this social impact.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I feel like and, granted, we're older, but a lot of the sexy stuff is, it's young people, and
Yeah,
I don't
and I
care.
feel weird. Like,
Makes me
I feel
uncomfortable.
weird watching people who are supposed to be, like, 19 have sex.
I don't like it. I'm like, "Go to your room and do that with your door closed. I don't need to
Yeah,
see it." And they
yeah,
would say the same thing about me, like, "Grandma,
yeah. They don't wanna
go to
watch
your room and
me
you close the
either.
door." Well,
Well,
I will write and star in my own version of Deborah has a bank account and gets boned.
there is, like, a rising thing with young men looking for older women right now.
We're here. I mean, we're
It's
taken,
so
but
funny.
we're
Like,
straight.
I'm watching a lot of, like, older influencers talk about, like, how many guys in their late 20s, early 30s hit on them.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Hmm.
I mean,
I
I
will
don't know
s
if it's weird. I don't know. Like, I
It's
don't
just not
care.
common. It's not what
It's
we're
not what I
used
would
to.
expect.
No.
No. But there's
Hmm.
something about I think there's something about the way that we age now that's just different.
Age. We're not aging.
Yeah, it's
I
just different.
am, but
No, but look in the mirror. You're not a fucking golden girl.
yet,
I
any
know,
day
but, like,
now.
look how old they were when they filmed that.
Sure, right, right, right. But I just mean, like, a lot of people our age, you were saying earlier, have, like, the lower what is a bleph? What do they
A
call it?
bleph, a
The
rhinoplasty,
the
a
thing.
lower lift,
Look
an
at that.
eyebrow lift.
I look like I slept.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh, she's down. I'm just
that's not good. That's not
Perfect.
They get, like, I don't know what it is, but they get a neck lift of some kind.
Who looks like Kris Jenner looks like she has Kim Kardashian's face now.
I know, well, a plastic surgeon was talking about that and said that that's because it's new. It is
Oh,
gonna
it'll
settle.
settle.
Yeah,
Okay, but I mean, out of it's like
it's
whoever did
crazy.
Lindsay Lohan,
Yeah.
whoever did Kris Jenner, like, that's next level.
Yeah, some of them
That's
need
like
their
an
money back.
AI that they just put on their faces.
Yeah, some of them need to get their money back.
Some of them do like, oh, but Donatella Versace looked busted for a while for somebody with that much money. She
Yeah.
looked really busted, and then recently, have you seen? She
No.
got somebody new, they found a new technique, they did something, they found skin from another human and put it on her face. She's looking better. But do you hear us? Like, we're sitting here going, "Can you believe the scrutiny that we used to be under?" And then what did we just do for the last 10 minutes? Talk about people's
She looks great.
faces. She looks great.
Holy cow. But here's the problem. I think bad plastic surgery makes it look worse.
Yes.
I whatever it is that they're doing right now looks really great.
That looks so good.
But the bad plastic surgery that they were doing that was, like, way too big of lips, way too much cat lady, that was what scares me. But I did say I'm not gonna be the guinea pig people.
Right.
I'm not gonna be the first ones in. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, okay, just try it out. Everybody's doing great." I don't know what's gonna happen to these people. Because 'cause weren't you the one who told me, like, there's a lot of Ozempic, lawsuits right now?
Oh, that was not me, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, someone told me that there's the lawsuits are starting to roll in because people are getting, like,
Mm-mm.
health complications from it, and a lot of people who did not have diabetes now are pre-diabetic because they did the weight loss shot.
Horrible.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, for me, um, I have always been enamored with the idea of being a bog witch. So I like, everybody's like, "Oh, you should dye your grays," and I'm like, "No. I'm gonna have my natural hair, I'm gonna have the boob gravity can take my boobs at some point, like, they're doing okay for their size, but gravity's gonna take them, and I'm gonna be a bog witch, and I'm okay with that
Yeah.
because I
Very,
like
like,
witches."
Earth Mother.
Yeah, I don't care.
Love it. And I, before we filmed, looked in the monitor and saw, like, one long gray, and I plucked that so fast.
Oh my
I
god,
said,
that made
"Bitch, you get
me
out of
itch.
here." And then I accidentally plucked her friend who was not gray, and I was like, "I'm sorry.
Oh,
There are
sorry.
gonna be casualties here."
Yeah, sorry.
I'm very
Yeah,
sorry.
I I have the luxury of not thinking it's real.
Yeah.
And who is that that doesn't celebrate birthdays? There's one, Mariah Carey. She's like, "I don't do that." "You don't celebrate your birthday?" "No." I'm however many rings around, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to it, I don't give a shit. I am timeless, I don't care. And I was like, "Yes, girl," like, she just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. You know who else doesn't care about birthdays for the most part is Oprah. But I guess,
Yeah,
like, if you have that much money, like, why would
yeah,
you? Why would you care?
yeah, I guess
She
that
said,
is true
like
for both of them.
yeah, like 60 kind of messed her up in a way that, like, no other birthday did, and then she said, "Once I was in my 60s, I was like, this is the most fun I've ever had in my whole life."
Oh,
I
wow.
actually love my 60s. Um, I think, like, in just, like, a spiritual sense, she was like, "This is, like, next level."
Yeah.
But she's like, "I don't care," like, she's not even technically married to Stedman, but they've been together for 1,000 years. She's secretly married to Gail, who's an astronaut, and,
She didn't
uh
get friend zoned.
no, she did not.
Yeah.
Uh, and she's like Oprah said, "If somebody like, my partner forgot my birthday, you wanna know what I would say? I don't care."
I don't
And
care.
don't make a big deal out of that. Like, be nice to me all the time. Let's be nice to each
I don't
other
give a
all the
shit.
time. You don't have to make one thing be special or make a
Yeah,
big
I don't
deal
give a
out of
shit about
that.
birthdays. I don't give a shit about for the like, look, I started getting my first wrinkles, and they bother me in certain pictures. Certain pictures, I'm like, "Oh my god, that does not even look like me. Who is this lady?" But they don't bother me enough that I'm doing anything about it.
Yeah. There might come a time, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
I will still color my hair, and I already have pretend boobs. So I think one day, like, when I get older, like, I'll take them out because then what's the point? Like, why? Why have them?
I mean, if they ever give you health complications, that's it.
Well, exactly, they'd be
That's it.
all gone. But if I have to keep, like, renewing them and I'm 70, like, why would I choose an
Why?
elective
Yeah.
surgery?
And
No.
we don't know what 70 is gonna be like by then either. So who even knows? Maybe you will want them
Yeah,
again when you're 70. Because
yeah,
what if they start doing, like, the stem cell shit, and then it's like 70 is the new 50, and then you're like,
and
"Oh, I
they've
still feel
got,
pretty good."
like, Wi-Fi capabilities. What if that instead of a smartwatch, you have smart tits, and you
Yeah,
just
that'd
start,
be
like,
great.
measuring your
Tuning.
steps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I
Speakers,
I think we're in for, like, some cool stuff in the
I do
next 20
too.
years, and so I don't wanna shoot myself in the foot, and, like, if it'll make it easier if I don't have anything, like, foreign in my face for me to get the treatments, like, I'm ready for, like, stem cells, baby, baby.
Yes.
'Cause I got stem cells one time after, IVF to kinda help me heal,
Mm,
and I felt like a damn fucking superhero. I
it felt
felt
so good.
so good after stem cells. I recovered so well because of that.
Wow.
I felt amazing, and then it's weird, about 10 months after, I just kinda started going, "Oh, no, something's happening to me, like, my hormones are changing," and it's like I didn't connect the dots. "Oh, the stem cells are gone."
Mm. You're
Like,
just
I don't
back
have to
to
go get more. I'm just back to
baseline.
normal. Yeah, I'm just back to normal,
Can
basically.
anybody just go to the doctor? Where do you go for
Not
that?
here, like in France and Mexico, like,
Mm.
you have to go other places. They don't allow it here yet, but, like, it's just healthy stem cell exosomes from, like, the placenta.
I just read a headline that was like, "We should stop throwing away the placentas."
Yes. Yeah, because in France, they don't, and they put it in
Yeah,
skincare, and then
yeah.
people look amazing.
And now, after you've delivered your baby, you have to still deliver your placenta. You're not done. You think you're
You're
done, you're
not
not.
done.
And both
You wanna
times
make
they,
that
like,
money?
they held up my placenta for me. They're like, "Look at it. Good job." Trash.
Yeah, and that's so good for you.
I was like, "Hi,"
It's so
which is
good
so
for you.
interesting because I know some people are like, they put it in pills or they'll plant it. I don't know. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
there's a lot of things that go on with it, and look, like, if you as a vegan, as someone who, like, has a mostly, like, biodegradable, like, I use bamboo for almost everything, like, I am very conscientious of a lot of things. I don't like I run things through my phone and, like, make sure the ingredients are good before I put them in my body and stuff. Like, I'm very strict about all that, and the problem is with my autism, I said, "I don't want to know if stem cells are bad yet."
Oh.
I don't wanna know, like, the person who did it said they're not, and I said, "That's fine, but I don't wanna know."
Yeah.
And he said, "No, like, this is great. People come here all the time." It was Mel Gibson's dad was, like, dying, and he couldn't see and he couldn't walk, and somebody told him, "You should just try it to get a few more good years out of your dad." So he took his dad's walking, he could see again, like, it completely turned shit around for his dad, like, it was amazing. It was a miracle for him to have that with his father, and so, like, I'm just like, "Okay." Like, I'm not doing Botox, I'm not doing filler, my lips are my regular human lips that I came in with, like, there's a
No.
lot of
Like,
things.
these are my natural color.
Yeah, that's your natural color. Me too.
Mhm.
Blessed, hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
But no, so, like, I don't know, like, I'm sitting here trying to over justify it and trying to make myself feel good about it because I did do it. I did it one time, and it felt amazing, and, it was a time in my life where I needed something to get back into my body and to
Mhm.
feel human again after so much loss and so much trauma to my body from 6 rounds of IVF.
It's
I was just
brutal.
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was done. And the results were just upsetting every time. It was heartbreak after heartbreak, and so I just went and got some stem cells.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, great.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And you and I were talking about supplements. I supplemented a lot when I was trying to get pregnant with Kate. And I've pretty much just because I'm tired, like I've stopped taking every single supplement ever. And I
Yeah,
need to now that I'm getting regular sleep, I need to start that again. But you said this and I agree with this. The one that I felt the biggest difference on was like B12. And
B12,
I
yeah.
used to get B12 shots.
Yeah, that's what I do
But
now.
then I bought like a methyl folate kind of B6 and B12 that I'll take.
Yeah, I get a B12 shot every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and then the other so I do that, I do my omega fatty acids.
I do love I eat salmon so many times
See,
a
and I
week though.
don't, so I
I
have to
eat
do my vegan
salmon
omegas.
and walnuts.
Yeah. See, I do walnuts, but I still do the vegan omegas. I do those daily, I do a D3 daily, and I do, a hair, skin, and nails vitamin.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are the ones I just and saffron for mood. I do happy
Yeah, you
saffron.
said saffron was a big one for you.
Yeah, and look, like, shit was hard back in those ancient Egypt days, and that's what they swore by. That was, like, their natural antidepressant. And Dr. Daniel Amen, he does a lot of work around, the brain and brain
I
health,
think I
and
follow him on Instagram as well, right? You
yeah,
follow him
I
on there? Yeah.
yes, yes, I'm obsessed with him. My dream is to get my brain scanned by him. I would love that, and then
Mhm.
I'm so obsessed with it, and then Casper goes, "Oh, yeah, he's the one who diagnosed me with ADHD." So "You've had your brain scanned by Dr. Amen?" He said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Your life is really amazing to me." Like, it's just amazing.
Can you text him?
Yeah, can you, like, hit him up?
Help a sister out?
Yeah, so but I love that. I love, like, thinking about what's good for my brain, and he does teach the before you eat or drink anything, say, "D Is this good for my brain or is this bad for my brain?"
Oh, I like that. I
So
mean,
I try to do that.
I would be spending my days going bad, bad,
See, and
bad.
I said this is another thing about being in Florida and, like, not knowing my audience, like I said, like, "Oh my gosh," like, once a week, I have, like, processed sugar. And I just kind of feel bad about it, and it's just the thing that I do, and then we're leaving our thing, and there's free donuts and cookies, and they all go over and start grabbing cookies, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
whoops.
I'm sorry to shit on your life."
Yeah,
'Cause when they ask me, "Do you want some of the cookies?" They're also gonna go, "Oh, no, no, no." And they're
yeah.
all like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 girl, don't speak for us. We want those free fucking
We
cookies." I'm
want
like,
'em.
"Oh." And then they're talking about, "Oh, the black and whites are my favorite, I'm gonna take 2," and blah, blah, blah. I'm just, "Oh." But that's that programming that we have. It's like, I don't if I'm gonna do a dessert, it's gonna be like blueberries and a chia pudding, or, you know? Yeah, or a vegan oatmeal raisin cookie,
Yeah.
like, I can't just do like, "Oh, Dunkin' Donuts, cool."
Yeah,
I
I don't wanna blow my sugar on an Oreo.
same. Yeah, it's just like,
They're vegan, though.
yeah, but yeah, it's still
But I
like,
still don't yeah. Because I find 9 times out of 10 when I go, "You know what? I'm just gonna eat the processed cookie," I don't even enjoy it,
I don't enjoy it, I don't feel good.
and then I don't feel good.
Yeah, I don't like it. The only thing that I do every now and then that is like, Oh, it's so scandaloso for me, is I will do a coconut vegan cookie, like a coconut crisp cookie with a scoop of cashew ice cream, and that is like I do enjoy that.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
I enjoy every bite of it, and I
Mhm.
say, "Thank you." Mm. But I mean, when we're talking about every now and then, I mean, like, 3 times a year, I'll have something like that.
Yeah, that's not enough for me. But it is interesting how everybody and every body is different.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I eat way more garbage than you do. Um, but we've talked about this, but, like, I am good with, like, 1 or 2 bites, and then I'm like, "Oh, that felt great. That was
Yeah,
delicious."
your portion control is unmatched. But this is what I
I don't
want to
know.
try to do for myself. I want to try to, like, stop myself from saying things like, "But I bust my ass." Like, I run 3 times a week, I do weights twice a week, I do Pilates twice a week.
Yeah.
I'm going in this show and doing dancing with them, and I do all of this to look normal.
Mm. I think you look what a weird broken brain sentence I was about to say. I think you look better than normal because normal doesn't look perfectly fine. God.
Yeah, it's just so warped. It's very
Yeah.
warped. Well, 'cause, like we've talked about before when we used to call into central casting and get told, "You're not hot. Don't call back if we say hot." Click. Ugh. Oh,
Got told a
okay.
lot. I had an audition once. I think it was for gum. It was like Trident or something, and it was in a bikini, and you had to walk in and how sexist is this? Like, hold up it was like 2 popsicle sticks with, like, the Trident thing now, sorry, it might not be Trident, so g nobody sue me, like, 5 people listen to this. Don't
Oh
one
my
of them
god.
work for Trident. The gum commercial, people, like, you had to hold it in front of your boobs, and then it was supposed to be like a luau I ended up seeing the actual, like, print ad for it. It was cute, it was totally cute. But I remember they were like, "Oh, go pick up the props," but they were, like, on the floor, so you had to be and I was, like, covering my stomach, and they kinda looked at me like, "Yeah, I think you're too fat for this job." I was
You're
like,
like,
"Was that a test? Like,
"Great."
bend down so we can see your stomach fold over on itself before you put fake gum packets in front of your tits."
I mean, this is just so the culture, though. It's so the culture then.
It was
They were
nuts.
so
I didn't like
rude.
it. It was
'Cause you were
definitely
so thin. You were so thin.
I went up and down. This was one of the times where, I was a bit heavier. And when I say heavier, I mean, like, 140.
130? Oh,
Like,
yeah.
135 or 140,
Yeah. Which is fine.
which is fine. And guess
It's
what? 170 is
fine.
fine. As long as you're healthy and you and your doctor have agreed that you are healthy, then it's fine.
Mhm. I think I'm just, like, at this point, like, I the main thing that LA did to me is I just have to manage my expectations of my body now
Mm.
because of how much I had to work and how many calories in a day I was burning to be 126 pounds.
Yes.
And it's not manageable at all, and it shouldn't have been manageable for me then.
No. When
My
I
body is more comfortable heavier. Heavier than that. Not heavy, but heavier than that.
yeah. I think when Portia de Rossi wrote a really wonderful book that I've read several times, Unbearable Lightness. Uh, she talks about her struggle with body image and anorexia and eating disorders. And she's like, my body wants to be 130 pounds. That's what it wants. And when I want it to be under that, like, I have to really fight it and I have to push it and make it uncomfortable and make myself uncomfortable and harm it because it just wants to sit at 130, and I feel like that's very close to my weight. Like, I feel like my weight wants to be about 130, 135, and when I go under, it's because I've restricted, typically. Which,
Yeah.
like, okay, you can a little bit, but I have to effort it. If I'm not really efforting, 130. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about it.
There's never I'm always thinking about it. Like, everybody at my even at our rehearsals, they have a basket of candy, and everybody just goes by and gets a candy, and they're eating the
Why?
candy and talking, and I'm just sitting there like,
That's so
"You're
crazy to me.
you're just grabbing processed sugar for no fucking reason, just because 'cause you're
Yeah,
bored, just because 'cause you're bored, and it's the evening, like, what is happening?" But that's fine for some people. That's
and
fine for
then
some people.
back in the day, they would have picked up a cigarette just to
Yeah.
have and something to do with your hands and your body and whatever.
But do you know, like, the thing that I do think is crazy for me is my first thought is, "I'm so glad I have willpower."
Mm.
It's not, "Oh, no, my brain is broken." It's, "Oh
Yes.
my god, I have willpower." I
Good
remember when
job,
I
me.
couldn't avoid processed sugar. I remember when I couldn't avoid it, and it's like I'm talking about, like, really, like, when I was so young. Like, who cares? You dumbass bitch, who cares? Because now it's like, I know in my 20s, if I went over 21 minutes running 3 miles in a row, I was like,
Mm.
"Man, I'm really slow today." 3 seven-minute miles in a row.
I
I'm
can't
like,
do that.
"God,
I never
God."
could.
I was
I'm
like,
not a
"Gosh,
fast runner.
I'm slow today." If I went over 21. 21 was the sweet spot. I had to keep running, and I remember there would be times where it would be cutting it close, crank it up to 10 miles per
Yeah.
hour. You have to get there. Crank it up to 12 miles per hour. For the last 30 seconds, we're running at 12 miles per hour. Like, that's
Jeez.
crazy.
Like,
That's
you're
a
not a
crazy person.
cheetah.
That's
Calm
insane to
down.
do. It's insane to do. So now I do my 1 10-minute mile. It's in the Florida heat, and I get done and I do my weights, and then I let myself have my day,
Yeah.
and
That's
I'm
good.
150 pounds. Mm.
Proud of it.
Like, I did see a thing on Instagram, just so you know, where a girl, and she was a black girl, and she said, "White women, I just want you to chime in and tell me, what weight do you think that you should be? And tell me what your height is." And
Mm.
they all chimed in, "It doesn't matter what your height is, you're supposed to be between 115 and 120." That's what we as
Wow.
white women have been told. That's what we as white women have been told, that if you are not between 115 and 120, and she said, "They're like, girl, I have a butt. I have
Yeah.
legs. Like, I'm not gonna get to that. Like, I'm 5'7". I'm not gonna get to that. Like, that's insane that you were taught that." And it's just like, that's just what it is.
And I feel like no matter your height, anything under 130
Yeah.
is what I would think to
That's
answer that.
because I used to feel totally great at 126.
Yeah.
And, like I said about us in our 20s, like, I was never starving for attention. Like, like, everywhere I went, "Oh my god, you're so hot." I'm like, "I know, bitch."
And look
I
at this talking
know.
sandwich complimenting me. You weren't starving for attention, but you were starving
I
for
was
some
starving
protein.
literally. Yeah, I needed protein.
You needed
But
it.
I even back then, I was Zordak. People are like, "You're pretty, you're hot." Yeah, am I? I'm Wonder Woman. Fuck you. I
Yeah.
like, "I know, bitch." When a guy would try to talk to me, the way that I talk to men sometimes makes me laugh
Amazing.
hysterically. Like, I got so rejected by women that I just took it out on the men that hit on me in bars.
Good. Good. Good.
And you know why? 'Cause fuck 'em!
Just fuck them. That's why. The only other thing I was gonna
I'm
add,
kidding. I'm
uh,
kidding. I love all humans. I love men, and I'm thankful for the attention. It is what I thrived on for a very long time. It's why I won't have a midlife crisis.
right, right, right. I do have a friend out here, a mom friend, who's a fitness model. Like, she competes in these competitions as, like, I say she's a bodybuilder, but, like, her category is, I wanna say physique. Oh god, it's wrong.
Yeah,
It's like body sculpt. She just like it's insane. Like she just has every single muscle in her body and
defined.
yeah, it's like, where they tan all up and have on the glitter bikinis and walk out and do the
Yeah.
thing. And her daughter had a birthday party and the and the mom's like, "Hey, I brought this kind of food, like, what can I order you?" And I was like, "Nothing. I'm not standing next to you and eating a single bite of anything. Are you insane?" Like, so even though I feel I'm in the Midwest, I'm a mom of 2, I'm in my 40s, my body's gonna be what it is, and that's going to be fine, I'm not eating next to her.
No, yeah,
When she tells me, like, how strict her diet is, like, yes, it's because she has a competition coming up, but I don't care because I
yeah.
imagine this is so crazy, like, how judgmental she's gonna be at me for eating a bite of food.
Oh,
So I'm like,
wow.
"No." She's gonna think I'm so weak I can't last 2 hours at a birthday party without shoving food in my mouth. I'm not eating. It's a trap. She's trying to
Yeah.
figure out who's gonna be the fat one and mess it all up. Not
See,
me.
this isn't why I think marijuana saved me a little in my
Mm.
20s, because I would starve myself so bad, and then on the weekends when I would party and I would be high and drunk, I ate every fucking thing. I ate I remember we were at that one party and they brought out vegan like, vegan egg rolls or something,
Oh, wow.
vegan meatballs, it was some party thing, I think it was at, like, Tobias. I think it was at his party, and, so they brought it out and I went over and ate all, then walked away, and then they brought more out, and I'm like, "Oh, well, I like vegan. I'm vegan, so I'm gonna go eat some more of the vegan thing." I ate all then I overheard someone say, "Some girl just keeps eating all of the vegan."
It's me. Hi. I'm the vegan, it's me.
And then I went over to Olivia and I said, "I think we have to leave." I
Yeah,
said,
eat all their food and then leave.
"Yeah," they just, like, called me out for being the pig
Classic.
bitch. I'm the pig bitch here, and I don't think I can stay anymore.
You're not gonna let me. Oh my gosh. We have talked a lot, and now we're done.
Yay. For
We're never
now.
done. We're never done. We're gonna send each other Marco Polos and
Yeah,
continue the party all the time, forever. But good luck in your show. And again, check out Venice Community
yeah.
Theater. Is that right?
Yeah, it's Venice Theater in Venice, Florida. It's a community theater, yes.
And if you follow us, the Super Wonderful Podcast on Instagram, I will do a post on there with a little linky link. You guys can check it out and break all the legs. Just break them, but not
Break
tap dancing.
'em. No.
But if you did
It's
break it, then
very
you wouldn't
easy to
have to.
get yeah, it's very easy to get shin splints, so I'm trying to be
Mm.
very careful not to do that because 'cause I've only had them once and then someone explained to me what it is with the triangle and the pulling of the muscle, and I'm just like, "No. No, 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 no,
Not
no,
doing
no.
that again.
That's disgusting." Bleh.
Bodies are gross and weird, but we
Bodies
love
are
them
so gross and weird.
and we need them until we can figure out a way to just be our spirits floating
Yeah,
around
floating around until then.
like orbs without them.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
And I'll see you soon. And everybody have a super wonderful day. Bye.
Bye, I love you, bye.